world won't tear me down. If I wear the crown, they hate to see me now. There's greatness. Dear students, in this video, I will explain you the chapter Packing taken from the class 9 book of Beehive. Before I begin with the chapter, let me introduce the author Jerome K. Jerome to you. Jerome K. Jerome was an English novelist and playwright, widely admired for his warm humor without the elements of satire and intellect. He was born in England. He was the fourth child of Margaret Jones and Jerome Clapp, an ironmonger and lay preacher who dabbled in architecture. The young Jerome attended St. Marylebone Grammar School. He wished to go into politics or be a man of letters, but the death of his father when Jerome was 13 and of his mother when he was 15 forced him to quit his studies and find work to support himself. He left school at the age of 14 when his family fell into poverty owing to bad investments in the local mining industry, and worked in turns as a railway clerk, a school teacher, an actor, and a journalist. Jerome was inspired by his older sister Blandina's love for the theatre, and he decided to try his hand at acting in the year 1877 under the stage name Harold Crichton. He joined a repertory troupe that produced plays on a shoestring budget, often drawing on the actors' own meager resources. Jerome was penniless at that time to purchase costumes and props. After 13 years on the road with no evident success, the 21-year-old Jerome decided that he had enough of stage life and soothed other occupations. He tried to become a journalist, writing essays, satires, and short stories. But most of these were rejected. He achieved success as a writer with the publication of his books, The Idle Thoughts of an Idle Fellow, and Three Men in a Boat, the latter being his most popular work. He also wrote his memoirs, My Life and Times, and an autobiographical novel, Paul Kelver. Now, dear students, let me introduce the chapter Packing to you. The chapter Packing is an extract from Jerome K. Jerome's novel Three Men in a Boat. The theme of the story is humorous, in which the writer described the silly behavior of not only his friends but also his dog while packing for a trip. The story described about the confusion and mess created by the three friends who were inexperienced in the art of packing. It exposed the utter clumsiness of the three friends, Jerome, George, and Harris. The writer acted in a silly manner too. He often forgot to pack essential items such as the toothbrush, and to make sure had to unpack and repack. He could not remember if he had put the boots in, or realized after shutting and strapping his bag that he had packed in his spectacles. When his friends began packing the hamper, crockery was broken, tomatoes and pies were squashed, and butter was trodden upon. To add to the mess, the dog kept getting in the way, making everything more difficult. The humor reflected through the story is an example of slapstick humor. Now, what is a slapstick? A slapstick is a type of comedy that derives its humor through awkward, even rough physical action and absurd situations. It involves characters behaving in a silly or foolish way, such as throwing things at each other, falling over, chasing or hitting each other, and so on. In the story Packing, the chaos that George and Harris created once they took over the packing from Jerome, and the way Jerome's dog, named Montmorency, butts in and adds to the chaos are therefore examples of slapstick humor. So that's all in this video. Thank you students for watching the video till the end.